Hey there, friends and neighbors, it's your old pal Slap High Hook Jackson saying you ain't living, not even a smidgen, if you ain't surf fishing. Well, let me tell you something. You know, I've been trying to change my schedule, do a little fishing at night, and I've been somewhat successful, and I'll show you some footage of that. And let me tell you something. I got some giveaways for you a little later in the show, a couple of lures you're probably going to like. Hey, also, you know, every Saturday night I'm playing at the East Bathhouse at Jones Beach. I start there at 5:30, but the doors actually open at 4. You know, you got all seating outside. They got Smoking Owl's barbecue there. They got a lobster bait going on. They got a bar. So come on by, have a drink, and check me out. Now, before we talk about fishing, just a quick word from one of our sponsors. All right, I went down to Green Island. You can see Shannon and Lorraine were fishing there as well. And we were looking for these bluefish. Well, we were looking for bass, too. You know, no matter how many times I've been at Green Island, I still haven't figured out when the fish come there, when they're ready to bite. You know, sometimes you could be fishing there and nothing's happening. Other times it just happens for 5 or 10 minutes and then it's gone. So I'm going to keep at it until I figure out what's happening. All right, I went down to Jones Inlet. I wanted to see what was happening. And you can see that they got a lot of birds out there, and they're hitting the water. They're picking up bait. But the bait seems to be chased only by snappers. I couldn't find any big fish there at all. Well, you can see one of the party boats here is just drifting the inlet. And take a look at the lady in the back part of the boat now. Right now, she's next to the guy in the red T-shirt. I'm going to get a little closer. Now the guy came in here, moved the rod out of the way. Look at her. She's reeling in. She's got a fish. And yeah, she comes up with a fluke. Look at that. All right, maybe it's a short, but she had a good time. And what could I tell you? She caught a fish. So I switched my lure over. I wanted to see what the snappers were about. And that's about the size of them right there. All right, here we are at the Law Enforcement Tug of War for the Wounded Warrior Project. Now, let me tell you something. This is a lot of fun, and, there's a great competition going on, and it's true sportsmanship here. And, it's all for the Wounded Warriors Project. Now, take a look at this gentleman now. His name is Paul here in the green shirt, and he's the guy that makes everything happen for the Wounded Warrior Project. I have to applaud him and tip my hat to this guy. He really does a lot of work for this to happen. He's the backbone of it. Now, I know he's sitting around here, and it looks like he's doing nothing, but the poor fella pulled his back out, so be a little gentle on him right now. So here we are ready to go. You can see you got the beautiful BAB girls. They were a lot of fun, pretty girls, real competition here, tug of war between Nassau and Suffolk. I mean, it was a lot of fun and true sportsmanship throughout the thing. There was a great turnout as well. You know, everybody was having a good time. They really were. So the next time you know this is going on, you may want to come down to Field 4. You'll really have a good time seeing what's happening. All right, let's check in with the Jones Beach Fishing Station, Field 10. Now look at this. Pierre's got himself a beautiful 7.5-pound fluke here. All righty, Jimmy the Gent with a 6.2-pound fluke. Nice work. All right, Super Steve's got a 5-pound fluke. Hey, you did well, gentlemen. All right, now I'm going to be playing all your classic rock and roll favorites at the very next tournament, and that's the Kid Snapper and Crab Shootout. It's August 23rd and 24th. So connect with the Jones Beach Fishing Station and get signed up. All right, I went down to Green Island again, and of course it's daylight now, but I took a look, wanted to see if there was any bait around, and there sure was. Lots of the spearing bait all around the piers. And, the snappers are chasing them. I'm sure there's some fluke underneath this bait here looking for an opportunity. Anyhow, I tried for some bigger predators, but I didn't find anything at the time I was there. So I went down to Jones Inlet to see has anything changed there. And it's really more or less the same story. There are still birds working the bait that the snappers are chasing all over the place. I didn't find any real game fish, but lots of snappers. This is a great time to take the kids, the family fishing, because the snappers will chase your spearing bait. They'll chase whatever little lures that you throw out there at them, small spoons and tins. Oh, it's a lot of fun. It really is. Bring them out. You'll have a good time. All right, I was able to get down to Robert Moses both Tuesday and Wednesday, July 29th and 30th. Now, one day I was throwing clam, the other day I was throwing bunker, but there was really nothing going on there. There was only some short fluke. That's all I saw. All right, there's so many high hooks out there, and if you'd like to get on the Slap Jackson Show, all you got to do is send me an email with your picture right here at the Slap Jackson Show at Verizon.net. All right, now take a look at Evan Blatt here. Evan Blatt's got a beautiful catch there. It's one of his many catches. What a guy. Let me tell you something. He won a $25 gift certificate to Saltwater's Tackle last show. All right, now here's Pistol Pete. Pistol Pete's always in the action. He's always fishing. He's always looking around. You can see him here with a beautiful bass as well that he caught. So he's always in the action, Pistol Pete, and I got to take my hat off to him. Here's Ron. Ron caught a beautiful fluke right off the Robert Moses Ocean right there. Nice way to go, Ron. Beautiful fluke. All right, so if you'd like to get yourself on the Slap Jackson Show, all you have to do is send me a picture right here. All right, I went back to Green Island. I figured, let me see what's going on again at night. Now, you can see there's a lot of guys fishing, and they're really not doing anything for the longest time. Then all of a sudden, a school of these blues come along, and bing, 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 they're into fish. Then the tide changes or whatever, and it's over. All right, I went down to Jones Inlet. It's Monday. It's August 4th. You can see I got myself a little short fluke here. Now, that rig that you're looking at is, I was at one of the shows, and there's a viewer of mine by the name of Zev, and he makes these rigs. So if you were to look for him, it's Zev's Best Fishing Rigs at gmail.com. And I tried this rig. I put some gulp on it, as you can see, and this little short fluke was more than happy to do business with me. All right, let's go over to Saltwater's Tackle in West Islip and get the fishing report. Now, a couple of hours ago, I was speaking to Jose, and he's telling me that things are a little rough out there, that a lot of his bass fishermen are now fishing for fluke, and they're finding a lot of shorts. You can still find some cocktail blues, but you got to be in the right place at the right time. He was telling me there was one guy catching bass over at Gilgo or Cedar on clams, and you can still get trigger fishing some small porgies off the OBI docks. So stop by Saltwaters and say hello. Hey there, friends. As I was telling you earlier, we got some giveaways here for you. We got a couple of lures to give away. Got a pencil pop. You got a nice swimming plug. And our winner of these lures is Jeff the Marlin Man. So congratulations, Jeff. Hey, you should catch some nice fish with these lures. Good luck to you, my friend. Alrighty, now as you know, every Saturday night I'm at the East Bath House at Jones Beach. And when I see you on the beach, don't be afraid to say hello. I'll get you on the show.
I was born high on a dune, on a high tide full moon. I'm high hook. There ain't no denying that when the fish are frying, I'm high hook. Where the land meets the sea, that's where